So, this week, I have definitely noticed that these storms have started to flow in. 2 nights in a row, we've actually had some somewhat nasty storms. Thankfully, nothing that'll blow any trees down, but storms that can be a little noisy. Those kind of storms. Just the, yeah, it's raining a little hard. Yeah, it's thundering kind of loud. Yeah, it's a little windy. The trees are being blown up a little bit. Not blown up, or just being blown around a little bit. But other than that, it's really nothing that we have to worry about. It's just that it always happens so late. Both times, it has happened at exactly 3 in the morning. 3! While I'm trying to stink and sleep, I hear boom! Loud thunder rippling through the house. It is annoying, because I can't sleep. And I need sleep so I can keep my mentality rate high enough so I don't scream. During the summertime, storms can definitely get quite a bit crazy. It's just a good thing that I live in the very western part of Kansas. I don't live in a smack-down middle of it. If I lived more in the middle of it, we'd be dealing with stuff like tornadoes and, you know, actually dangerous stuff. I mean, we have dangerous stuff, just not like tornado, disgusting, dangerous stuff. We have lost a few trees here and there. Unfortunately, my father lost his really nice 65-year-old maple tree. Not too long ago. I think last year he lost it. We're still cleaning up the mess of the tree trunks. It's really sad that it's gone. It was a really beautiful tree. It was a tree that I wish we still had. Imagine wishing that you still had a tree. Yeah, I still wish I had my pet dog. No, I wish I still had my tree! I mean, there are definitely animals I wish I still had. I miss Ender. I still wish I had my Acer. It was a nice computer. It wasn't as nice as one here, but it was still pretty dang good. I liked it a lot. It was my first computer I ever had that could actually play games at 60 FPS consistently. Except for Minecraft. And the reason for that being, I, at the time, didn't know how NVIDIA GPUs worked. So, it was always using the integrated graphics card, not the actual GPU. Oh, not this game. But here's a funny thing. Like I said, this is my first computer that could play games like an actual computer and not a ThinkPad. Literally. So I didn't know that it wasn't actually using the GPU and the performance was not that good, because I was so used to my ThinkPad, which could play at maybe 30 FPS with all the graphics set to the lowest possible. I thought my computer was running like a dream. I only noticed that it was using the wrong GPU when my computer was already broken and I got this one here. I was like, oh, it uses a stinking 10 series. Those things gonna run like Minecraft like so much better. I start Minecraft and the performance is almost the exact same. Because apparently, this computer and my previous one actually use almost identical CPUs. Oh, I mean integrated graphics are not CPUs. The CPUs were very different. My old one actually used a 620 HD. My modern one uses a 630 HD instead. So it's 10 numbers higher. Ugh. But I was definitely like, why is the performance almost the exact same? I look it up and apparently, oh, you have to change it from the CPU or the integrated to the GPU. And that's when it hit my head. Wait a second. The entire time I had that previous computer, I've been using the integrated crap. Are you serious? Oh, pizza. Nowadays, I am using my GPU. Though it ain't the greatest, I'm using just a regular 1050, not even a Titan, just a regular 1050, but even though I do have difficulties with my computer and its performance sometimes, for the most part, my computer does perform good enough for me to be like, yep, I have a computer, it functions, and I can use it, and I enjoy using it. And by this point, I really don't want to change computers just because of the sole fact that I'm so used to this one that I know how to do everything on it, and I just don't want to switch to a different computer because I like this one here so much because I've been using it for so long. Definitely by far the longest lasting computer I've had. I think it's lasted, I think, a little over 2 years now. And it still runs like it did when it was brand new. I mean, not quite just because of wear and tear, you know, just by being used. But for the fact that, like, my previous computers didn't last that long at all, like, they last maybe a year before breaking down tremendously bad and never working again. It works still just fine, and I am definitely happy with that. I'm gonna try and get this thing to work for at least another couple of years, because I actually plan to get like a legitimately powerful desktop when I graduate to college. So waiting to see how that goes out, hoping my computer will last that long. If it doesn't, then don't expect YouTube videos from me anymore. Thankfully, because of the setup I use in this thing, I don't actually... Oh, you're actually targeting me. Yeah, buddy. This is what you call using speed to your advantage. Ooh, a mystic. What is it? Mystic sword. You know what? I don't need it. I got enough mystic swords in my hand. I definitely got enough mystic swords in my hand. Someone else can take that. I actually have all my computers except for one of them. There's only one computer I don't have, and that's my ThinkPad. I guess I don't know what happened to my ThinkPad. I absolutely hated that thing. So when it eventually broke down, I just wanted to do nothing but bash it with a hammer. That's exactly what I did. When I got the new computer, the first thing I did was, you know what? Where's that ThinkPad? I want to destroy it. I've been wanting to do this for so long. And now I can finally do it with no repercussions. Destruction, here I come. Oh, I'm being bounty hunted. Okay, no, they're going for them, but they're probably going to bounty hunt me next. Likely. I've never wanted to smash any of my other computers. My ThinkPad was the only thing I had real issues with. The one that I truly hated. Even the computer before that, which was even worse, I liked that thing a lot more than my current computer. Also, sorry for killing you AFK, dude, but there's no people in the middle area. My Acer and this one here, though, I love both of the computers very much. It is definitely my fault all my computers are broken, though, except for my first one. That one there, the hard drive just got destroyed. Pouty face. The hard drive fried. And we didn't know that that was the case, so we were like, okay, yeah, that thing doesn't work anymore. We're gonna have to replace it. Sadly, we're gonna have to replace it. Because we just thought the thing was just dead. But it was just a hard drive. We learned that much longer of a time later. Oh, I'm up here now. Okay. I think I've only ever had my hard drive fried twice in all the computers I've ever owned. Mainly because once we replaced the hard drive on my ThinkPad, it was a solid-state drive, which doesn't fry anywhere near as easily. As well as the future computers. This one here also uses one. But, oh, I'm being bounty hunted. I had... Oh, wait. They're not bounty hunting me? Yep, I'm being bounty hunted. Yep. Ah, GG, man. After all the years of using computers, I've always used them, you know, just as laptops. I've only ever actually had laptops because, you know, I move a lot. And before I had this computer, I actually never had a setup. I was always just like, where I am is where I play on my computer. And that's why I had laptops. I would play on the couch, I would play in the dining room, upstairs. I would play literally in every room in the house. Just not the bathroom. This is the first computer where I've made like a legitimate setup. Like, yeah, I have a desk. I'm gonna use a desk. And I'm going to sit on this desk and use my computer. And then, Mom's like, here's a monitor. I've never actually used a monitor, so I was giving a monitor. I was like, Yes! I am a true gamer now. I love monitors. I love monitors now, and I will forever have one. And I'm still using one. And at this time, this monitor is like some old mid-2000s, just general 4:3 scale monitor. In case you don't know what those things are, I'll put a picture of mine up on the screen now. Actually, I cannot do that as it is not at this house. But I will show you a picture of just a random 4:3 scale monitor. And that's what I used. And it was the tiniest screen because I had a 1280 by 720 resolution. So like half the monitor wasn't even being used. But still, I was like, it's an external monitor. I love it. And I still have it. It still functions. I just don't use it because I have this 16 to 9 scale, I think it's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a 16 to 9 scale. I think that's what it's called. But it's like the most generic monitor you can have nowadays is a 16 to 9 scale. I like to get a widescreen, but I don't like using widescreens. But point being, I got a modern, super flat screen LCD 1920 by 1080 scale monitor, and it's much bigger and better than my previous one. When I first got this monitor, I was actually used to 75 Hz from the old monitor. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to adjust to 60 Hz on this monitor. It's gonna look a little rough for a while, but I'll get used to it. And then I realized, this monitor supports 75 Hz. And I was like, what? No way does it support 75 Hz. And of course, I still use it today even. I love my monitor. This is actually my second flat screen monitor because I had to transport it and it bumped something. So it went die. Thankfully, these things are, the one I have at least is relatively cheap, so we actually got one at both houses. And oh my god, it makes traveling so much easier between houses now. Because I no longer have to deal with the whole, I have to take the monitor, I have to plug it, and I have to put it in my backpack where it doesn't even fit. So I have to put it in there and hope for the best that it doesn't break and fall out. But thankfully, because of the two monitors, I just simply am like, unplug from computer. Put computer in my backpack. Put that to the house. Plug into secondary monitor. Boom! Guess what we got? Our monitor has been attached, and we have secured our success of the transport. If you guys are looking for a decent-looking monitor, or a quality monitor for relatively cheap, this is, I don't know the name of it. It's some, I'll put it in the editing because I'll figure out what it is. It's like some Acer or something. I'll show you on the screen. The thing costs like, I think $100. It's a 1920 by 1080. I think like some 20-some inch monitor that supports 75 Hz. If you have to use HDMI though, it only does that on HDMI because also like VGA and stuff like that doesn't support higher than 60 Hz. I was surprised this thing even has a VGA port in it. It actually does, which is really surprising. Because I was like, isn't that thing back from the 80s? And I still think it is like back from the 80s or 90s. I know for a fact that PS2, not PlayStation by the way, I'm like PS/2. I'm pretty sure that's from like the 80s. You can tell they're old because they have those two cling things that you have to screw into the stinking port so it doesn't fall out because it's really big and heavy. The monitor, my 4:3 scale one I was talking about earlier was actually really old, and because of that, it only supports that kind of monitor. Oh, but another bounty hunter. Well, I'll make use of what I can. Well, maybe, probably not, because I'm not getting any of these kills. Back when I was young, I was really interested in cars, and I had this Hot Wheels car of what was called a Bugatti Veyron. I was like, one day I was talking to my dad, because he also likes cars a lot, and I was like, dude, this car looks so cool. I wish it was real, and like, I wish it was actually real. And he's like, oh, that? And he showed me a picture of the Bugatti Veyron. I was like, what? I was so astonished to see that this car was actually real. I had no idea that a car that looked so fictional, so crazy was actually a real thing. Can you believe it? I thought that the Bugatti Veyron was nothing more than a Hot Wheels. I didn't think it was much more than just a Hot Wheels crazy looking buggy like all their other fake cars. No, I'm just trying to streak. Okay. Ah, I gotta use some of it at least. But out of all things you'd expect me to be interested in, I'm interested in freaking trains. Out of all things, trains. Like, if I hear someone talking about trains even just a little bit, I'm like, trains, you ask? Why didn't you say so, buddy? I'll tell you every name of... I don't actually know every name of trains, but I do know a lot of names. I know about the AC40-2, the AC90-W. No, AC9, that's not a MurdererGod. That's not... I looked at chat. That's not a train. That's not a locomotive. AC9 dash... AC9W dash... Ah! AC44-9W! There we go. Thank you, myself. Oh my god. I could not remember that for the life of me. There's also the, I think the DD40X. I think that's how you say it. The SD9043X, the GP38. And stuff like that. There's obviously a lot more. The SD70, but I'm not going to name all the ones I know of off the list, because I actually know of quite a few, but there's also a lot more that I don't know of. But, like, I know how they run, like, where the starter option is, how you have to, you know, inject fuel before you can actually start the thing. I think that's how it works. That's how it works with old ones, at least, like SD40s and GP38s and GP40s and stuff like that. Ooh, nice double hit there. Oh, nice combo. Oh, okay, that's some lag. Nice. I like laggers. I like when I kill them. But I think for now I'm just gonna kill anyone I see that I know I can kill. Oh, I'm probably gonna end the video soon because I'm running out of things to talk about. But there's actually not gonna be as much editing because in most of the video I'm actually like legitimately talking. So there's probably not gonna be anywhere near as much cutting. Obviously I'm still gonna edit the video. And then I don't know why, but I just like editing. And matter of fact, whenever I'm bored, you know what I'll do? I'll just make a random video. And matter of fact, that 3-minute video called Unlucky Minecraft Moments, that was actually made just because I was bored and I was like, you know what? I wanna edit some videos, so I'm just gonna make a bunch of random clips and I'm gonna start editing them because I'm bored. And I'm already working on another one because I was bored last night. So, I guess that's one good thing out of quarantine. The more bored you get, the more videos you make. Yeah, I'm making, like... I'm probably uploading as little as I have ever on this channel. That probably made no sense. But basically, this is the least amount of uploads I am making per week. As, like, considering the entire time I've ever done YouTube. But hey, doing a little bit more than just trimming pieces off does take a little bit more work. And plus... back then, it was actually pretty easy to get a good Hypixel pit video, but nowadays it's just all the hacker and stuff. Just makes it a bit harder for me to record. But I don't give up. And you can't make me give up. I'm too good to give up. I'm like the master of not giving up. There is one clip where, in my 3-minute video, I don't remember what it was. But it was something about something. I forgot what it was that took me so long to do. I had to make like an entire setup for it to get it to work properly, and it was just... oh, it's a hacker again. Yep, now he's doing the bee hopping part. I don't even care if I die. The hacker didn't get me. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Hypixel Pit video. You know, just you know, like the old days. Like the old days of me just kind of not making very many edits. Just talking to you guys, you know, just kind of the calm, the cool stuff. The stuff that we were okay with seeing. I got kind of caught up with the whole, oh, my channel is suddenly doing well and I must make good content stuff. And I kind of leaped away from the reason I made a YouTube channel in the first place, which is to simply talk to you guys. You know, be like, what's going, you fellas? I'm gonna talk to you now. Well, if you guys enjoyed this Hypixel Pit video, then consider hitting the like button. It would also be greatly appreciated if you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you fellas later. Stay positive. And, well, don't die of boredom.